Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, 50 man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. Say when Eve did the Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, so they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't thinking, this the exorcism. Watch out, bless the nigga. With that open blood, you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers and they spin, I ain't listening. Is in fact the fear. Revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. We gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As you run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me, took it with the orc. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I came to do damage, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand it. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young pay. How you real trigger on the dot? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold liver? When he said something, I ain't hear. This shit like it ain't on who got the gun, it's on who gon' up their life first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raise up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never break the hand of Jesus, you'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping small, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels when them brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he wants, he's laying in the trunk like Lee Alpo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow son, yeah, this the river court. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fairfield, you feel your boy. Still up on my prayer, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' stop and call the bell run. Fucking gang, pop out on them demons like I'm hell, boy.
Partnership with Granger, just we've hit almost every type of event.
Kill the beat. I don't know who somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. I want the world to never forget it. You could never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun thou or die. Yeah, Easy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander, and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bullshit deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13? Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel everybody trying to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'll punch you in person. I know that's an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the Lord. You are not God's chosen. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
YouTube Music is a music app made by YouTube, and it's your...
Shalom Israel. This is the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Back in 1969, ISUPK, Kentucky, Monday Night History class. I am priest and officer, Bog Yasharala. And my topic for tonight is the history of abortions in Kentucky and abroad. So, with that being said, I'll be giving you scriptures along with breakdown. And, abortions is a sensitive topic, especially if you got love for kids. But our oppressors, these so-called devils, I'm talking about she-devils as well, they take pride in what they do, setting up these abortion clinics because, it has, it's all about money with them, any and everything that they do. And these abortion clinics, they popular like liquor stores now. And they're in our neighborhoods. When I say our neighborhoods, I mean so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And, one of the sayings that they make it so comfortable for our so-called Hispanics and Native American women to have these abortions is my body, my choice, which is far from the truth, far from the truth, because at the end of the day, these women are carrying a life within them. It ain't no such thing as no fetus. I don't even know what that is, because once a female finds out you is pregnant, you have life inside of you. So, and you knew, you know what it takes to make a child. You know what it is to get pregnant, things of that nature and so forth. So I don't see how your first resort would be have an abortion. You know, I haven't been around females, and I haven't been around people in general, you know, man and woman. And the first thing they resort to is, yo, we got to get rid of it. We got to, like you hiding something, man. Shit is crazy. Like, how can you? I mean, that's murder. That's murder. I don't care how. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. That is murder. It ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's no way that you can say to yourself, it's not when it is. And it don't make no sense, because just as well as you laid down to make this child, you should take it upon yourself to take care of this child. Even if, abortion should be the last thing that is on your mind. You should say to yourself, at least, get a baby up for adoption. Don't take it upon yourself to, kill this baby. Like, that's your one and only option, when it's not. You should give it a second thought. And then, I have known females that they had more than one abortion, because this is where your mind resorts to. This is how these people, the makeup of society, like in the scripture says that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So these wicked MFs will have you thinking that, okay, it's going to have this abortion. They make it pleasant when it ends. And this has got so now that, they don't pass a law to where they can take this baby, like, I want to say like in the 8th, 9th month. I want to say like in the 8th and 9th month. But all that is a demise. It's a plan behind all of that. You taking the baby like in the 8th and 9th month, and you're selling the body parts. You're selling the body parts on black market. But, we as a people, when I say we as a people, I mean the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American, man and woman, especially our young brothers and sisters that don't have no type of knowledge. The Most High God said it best, that we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because, like I say, the only thing that you're going to resort to is having an abortion. And now they done got it so till, man, what's this pill called? Nation like that. But they done made it so now that, set aside from them having death in these abortion clinics, they selling it over the counter. And it sounds so pleasing to the ear that murder would be the last thing that you would think about. And what's so crazy is that these devils get away with this on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And this is murder. But let me be coming home and I accidentally hit a woman. Or if a woman, I could be giving a woman a ride home and I get in an accident. I'm responsible, whether I'm at fault or not, and the woman passed away and her child dies. I'll probably get charged for manslaughter. I would probably get charged for manslaughter. And it's crazy how the makeup of these people that is running the earth will charge a man will give him 2 counts of murder, but you don't hold yourself accountable for murder. Hell, you don't even hold yourself accountable for the crimes that you have done committed by taking all of America. But you know, that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother class. But y'all people commit these crimes and do not even hold yourself accountable. And, you know, set aside from our sisters that are having these abortions, and if you don't have more than one abortion, you like a serial killer. And if the so-called black man, Hispanic, Native American man, if you have talked a woman into going to have an abortion, you are an accomplice. You're accessory to murder. You're accessory to murder. You are an accessory to murder. And I don't even know how you can live with yourself. I'm serious. I'm serious when I say this. You pathetic. You are pathetic. You have succumbed to being a murderer. You have succumbed to being a murderer, and I don't even know how you can live with yourself. I don't even know how you could look at somebody that has been shot in a crowd and has been killed a innocent little girl or boy outside playing on the playground. When, if you're a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American woman, you ain't even let the child even make it. You ain't even let the child even make it to see nothing. Nothing. And you're a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American man, you down with that. I don't even know how you can even be around a child. I don't even know how, after partaking in something like that, I don't even know how you can say to yourself, like, you know, I'm all right. I don't even know how you live with that. I don't even know how you live with that. You know, I thank the Most High for not having that spirit on me to follow up with people of that type of nature. You know, I'm blessed with my kids, my oldest daughter, her moms. They was talking about that, but nah. Nah. We didn't. That never happened. My child's still alive. All my kids are alive. And I saw to that. Cut the umbilical cords. I've been in the delivery room. The whole 9 months I was there. I'm not. I just can't see that. I just can't see how, as a man, you lay down with this woman. This woman that told you that she is pregnant. And the first thing you could say is, yo, we got to get rid of the baby. Yo, you can't have this baby. You can't. I don't get that. I don't get how a woman can listen to this and say, you know, okay, I don't see how y'all can be in agreement. I don't. And, you know, it's crazy, but in the same token, Salaki. In the same token, it's a hurtful feeling. It's a hurtful feeling because you didn't take advantage of an innocent baby. Like, you ain't even get a baby chance to go to an adoption agency. You ain't get that baby no type of chance, no type of fight, no type of nothing. And then afterwards, you will go on, once your body then healed up through that process it done went through, You and this crazy man that talk you into that, y'all gonna go right back to doing what y'all been doing to get the baby in the beginning. Then the next thing you know, you right back where you was at. Oh, I'm pregnant. But then it's so crazy that, and I haven't seen this in my walks of life, to whereas you had 2 abortions, but on the 3rd child you keeping that, 4th child you keeping that, and then you'll sit and say to yourself, I wish I would have kept the other 2. Need to be drop kicking your forehead for even thinking like that. I should have kept the other 2. Like, it's crazy. I mean, it's really crazy. It's really crazy the way people don't give. And for the sake of argument, when I'm saying people, I'm mostly referring to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man and woman, even down to teenagers. I'm really relating to us as a people, because nobody can have kids like us. We don't go to the doctor to see if we can have kids. If anything, we going to see what can we do to stop. We don't. It's no problem for us having kids. It's no problem. So, when the Most High say be fruitful and multiply, that should tell you that who the Bible is talking to in regards to that, amongst other things that is in the Bible. But abortion is a hot topic, and you got some people that is not in their right mind will talk like, yo, ain't nothing wrong with no abortion, but abortion is murder. There ain't another word for murder. For real, it's another word for murder. But I'm gonna touch a little bit on some history about abortions in Kentucky. Abortion in Kentucky is illegal. There were laws in Kentucky about abortion by 1900, including ones with therapeutic exceptions. These laws were designed to protect women from people offering unsafe abortions. In 1998, the state passed legislation that required clinics to have an abortion clinic license. If they wanted to operate by the early 2010s, members of the Kentucky legislature attempted to ban abortion in almost all cases, and had also introduced the early abortion bans. Prior to 2019, Kentucky law prohibited abortions after week 22. This changed when the state legislature passed a law that moved the abortion to week 6 in the early part of the year. In that year, 57% of people in Kentucky said abortion should be illegal in all or most cases. A bill passed and made effective in April 2022 lowered the threshold to 15 weeks. Oh man. I mean, reading this, it's kind of like make me a little upset. I mean, you should stand your ground. You saying abortion is illegal, like it shouldn't be abortion, period. See, the second most restricted limit in effect in the United States, behind Texas, and introduced regulations that made abortion a legal unit, it was blocked in federal court. effective upon Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization overruling Roe versus Wade, Kentucky's trigger law went into effect prohibiting abortion except as necessary to prevent possible death or risk of permanent injury to the pregnant woman. But you know, having abortions, especially for so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American women, you know, it's a risk. And it's like, you know, some of the risk is like, let's say, like causes cancer, causes defects in the body to whereas a woman might not even be able to have no more kids. Some might cause like a woman to really bleed to where she can't stop bleeding, and might cause her like a blood transfusion to where she have to take more blood into her body. Like it's and you know, if you really do the research, that'll tell you, especially if you're a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American woman, that abortions is not for you. Abortions wasn't meant for you. But our black leaders have failed us because they are not speaking up and telling the truth. They are not telling the truth according to the Most High God. You know, they want to sit and shun and this and that and the third, but you know, you will speak up for certain things and not all things. And it's, you know, it's silly. I mean, it's really silly. On June 30th, 2022, Jefferson County Circuit Judge Mitch Perry issued a temporary restraining order blocking enforcement of the state's abortion ban pending further hearings to determine if the ban violates the Kentucky Constitution. This order temporarily allowed both of Kentucky's elective abortion providers, which are both located in Louisville, to temporarily resume elective abortions. Kentucky trigger law banning abortions were reinstated on August the 1st, 2022. The number of abortion clinics has declined over time, with 11 abortion clinics in 1982, 9 in 1992, 2 in 2002, and 1 in 2017. There were 4,923 legal abortions in 2014 and 4,585 in 2015. Shouldn't have been none. I mean, shouldn't have been none. It says in 1974, Kentucky adopted a law preventing public hospitals from abortion procedures except to protect the life of the mother. The law was later ruled unconstitutional by the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, but the state legislature passed a new version of the law in 1980. The law was challenged by the American Civil Liberties Union in 1987 after Kentucky Right to the Life alleged that Owensboro Davis County Hospital had performed an abortion on the previous year in violation of the law. They say the Office of the State Attorney General David L. Armstrong issued a non-binding opinion that the law was unconstitutional. The ACLU dropped the case in 1989 after the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a similar law in Missouri in the case of Webster versus Reproductive Health Services. In 1981, unlawful abortion convicted conviction of a Wayne County, Kentucky man put the issue of abortion before the Kentucky Supreme Court in 1983. The court ruled that the 7-month-old fetus, and that sounds crazy, a fetus. Yo, these devils and they wordplay is crazy. The 7-month-old fetus killed by the man during an attack on his wife could not be defined as a person under the Model Penal Code. In response to court rulings, Democratic State Representative Carl Nett introduced a fetal homicide bill in 1986 General Assembly. The bill passed the House but was not considered in the Senate. A fetus bill passed. That sounds retarded. It said during the 1982 Kentucky General Assembly, Democrat William L. Donnermeyer Sr. introduced a bill placing several restrictions and conditions on abortion, to wit, parental consent was required before an abortion could be performed on a minor. Husbands must be informed if their wives underwent an abortion. A woman seeking an abortion must wait 24 hours before having the procedure and must be provided with information on fetal development and abortion alternatives. And doctors must document the reason given for a woman seeking an abortion. Despite an opinion issued by then Attorney General Steve Beshear holding that the law was not constitutional, it was enacted by the legislature. The ACLU filed suit against the law in June 1982, preventing it from becoming effective on July 15th of that year. In September 1984, U.S. District Judge Charles M. Allen struck down most of the law's provision. The 1986 General Assembly passed legislation again requiring parental consent for minors seeking abortions. The law required the consent of only the custodial parent if the parents did not live together, and also allowed the minor to petition a district or circuit court for permission. Judge Allen upheld this law in a 1988 ruling. In 1988, the General Assembly passed legislation that required clinics to have an abortion clinic license if they wanted to operate. Part of this was a requirement for a transfer agreement between the clinic and a hospital and ambulance. Kentucky was one of 23 states in 2007 to have a detailed abortion-specific informed consent requirement. The Kentucky General was one of 4 states that tried and failed to pass an early abortion ban bill in 2012 and again in 2014 when they were one of 5 states making the attempt in 2013. State targeted regulation of abortion providers. Law applied the medication-induced abortions in addition to abortion clinics. Republican State Representative Joseph Fisher introduced the same bill with the same bill number. On January 11, 2013, the bill was referred to the House Health and Welfare Committee on February 20, 2013. It did not advance out of the committee. They tried to ban abortion that year, one of 5 states to do so. Only North Dakota successfully passed such a law, but it was later struck down by the courts. Previous early abortion ban bills filed in Kentucky have failed to pass. An early abortion ban bill was introduced on January 7, 2014. by Representative Fisher. The bill was referred to the House Health and Welfare Committee on March 19, 2014. It did not advance out of the committee. The Lexington Herald leader described the situation in 2014. Every year, anti-abortion bill sails out of the Republican-led Senate with huge majorities, only to get struck in the House Health and Welfare Committee alongside anti-abortion bills filed in the House. Chairman Tom Burch, Democratic Louisville, in his favor of abortion rights, as is more than half of his committee. Burch keeps anti-abortion bills off the House floor, shielding the Democratic majority from votes that may prefer to avoid. Salaka Israel. I'm going to touch on judicial history. The U.S. Supreme Court's decision in 1973, Roe v. Wade ruling, meant that the state could no longer regulate abortions in the first trimester. EMW Women's Surgical Center took the state of Kentucky to court in 1988 over the need to have a license to run an abortion clinic. They lost their case in court. In 2019, the court issued an injunction to stop recently passed 6-week abortion ban from coming into effect. Similarly, a federal court temporarily blocked House Bill 3 a week after it was passed following suits from pro-abortion advocates. The Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. Later in 2022, on June 30th, 2022, Jefferson County Circuit Judge Mitch Perry issued a temporary restraining order blocking enforcement of the state's abortion ban pending further hearings to determine if the ban violates the Kentucky Constitution. This order temporarily allowed both of Kentucky's elective abortion providers, which are located in Louisville, to temporarily resume elective abortions. Both the Kentucky Court of Appeals and the Kentucky Supreme Court refused a request to dissolve the restraining order until August 1st, 2022. On February the 16th, 2023, the Kentucky Supreme Court ruled the abortion providers lacked standing to challenge the state abortion, but did not elaborate on whether or not the Kentucky Constitution secured abortion rights. All right. This talks about clinic history. There were 3 or 4 abortion service provided in Louisville in 1981, the year EMW Women's Surgical Center opened a satellite clinic in Lexington. Both clinics were run by Dr. Sam Eubanks and Dr. Ernest Marshall Eubanks, died in 2013. Between 1982 and 1992, the number of abortion clinics in the state decreased by 2, going from 11 in 1982 to 9 in 1992. Since around 2002, the 2 EMW Women's Surgical Centers were the only abortion providers in the state. Other ones that had existed in the state had voluntarily closed. In 2014, there were 2 abortion clinics in the state. In 2014, 98% of the 120 counties in the state did not have an abortion clinic. That year, 74% of the women in the state aged 15 to 44 lived in a county with an abortion clinic. In 2017, there were 2 Planned Parenthood clinics, neither of which offered abortion services in a state with a population of 996,000. 448 women aged from 15 to 49. North Dakota, Wyoming, Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky, and West Virginia were the only 6 states as of July 21st, 2017, not to have a Planned Parenthood clinic that offered abortion services. In early 2017, EMW Women's Surgical Center in Louisville was the only facility in that state of Kentucky that provided women with abortion services. Another clinic in Lexington, run by the same organization, had closed in January that year because it could not meet new licensing requirements. Kentucky Republican Governor Matt Bevin worked to try to close EMW Women's Surgical Center in Louisville down. In May 2019, the state was one of the 6 states in the nation with only one abortion clinic. Planned Parenthood Louisville started providing abortion services in 2020, leading to the state having 2 providers, both in Louisville, that perform abortions until the near total ban in 2022. So I'm going to touch bases on, I'm going to just read a little bit about this woman, Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger really started abortions here, I'm going to say like America, and then it spread it. It spread it almost like worldwide. Oh, Salaki, Israel. But really, to take you back down history, to go a little further in history, Shalom, Lord of Christ, Howard, the water for tuning in. I'm going to take you a little further, set aside from what Margaret Sanger did. Abortions go all the way far back to when we was in slavery under Pharaoh. You know, I'm gonna touch a little bit on that. I'm gonna read a little bit on that. But I'm gonna touch bases talking about Margaret Sanger. Just a little clip, because you know, she was like the first woman to really have her hands in abortion. Margaret Sanger founded Planned Parenthood on October the 16th, 1916, in order to eliminate what she thought were inferior races. Wow. And she is a she-devil. So this is what she called inferior races. She said, like Orientals, Jews, and blacks, she referred to them as human weeds. And I'm going to show y'all, when I say she's a she-devil, I'm going to show you what she really looked like. You're right, Howard Moore. She gives credit to eugenics and ideology to Charles Darwin. You're right. And, but Charles Darwin, you know, Howard Moore, he said that humans comes from monkeys, which people come from monkeys, but I'm not even, you know, human is a whole different word. I'm going to just say people. But you know, Darwin, he's a fool, because him displaying how people coming from monkeys, you know, when you look back on the Neanderthal man, which is caveman, Caucasian. The word Caucasian means cave dwellers. It's showing how they go from like leaning down and standing up and you know, going up, and you know, which he said that this is elevation. But y'all was bent over because y'all was in caves. Y'all couldn't stand up in no cave. And it says that her father was the village atheist. And of course, you know, it said that she died an alcoholic and a drug addict. Yeah, go figure. But you know, her dying alcoholic and drug addict, you know, the thing that she was doing kind of worried her, but you know, got to give credit to the Most High. Because the Most High said he kills and he makes alive. So I'm clapping it up for the Most High. And but you know, Planned Parenthood ain't nothing but Planned Parenthood. And these people is out to destroy God's chosen people. And when I say God's chosen people, I'm talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American man, woman, and child. And they would do everything in their power to wipe us off the face of this earth. So, you know, set aside from, and the abortion clinic have like revolving doors. And it's over, I mean, the number is astronomically unbelievable that how many babies are aborted on a daily basis, year after year after year after year. You know, and like I said, abortion ain't nothing but another word for murder. You know, it's the killing of babies. It's the killing of babies. You know, it's the killing of babies. No matter how you put it, no matter how you can sit and say that, you know, it's her body, it's her choice. But y'all people are killing these babies like it's no tomorrow. Like it's no tomorrow. And you know, like I said in the scripture that, you know, they had, I'm kind of paraphrasing, they had no remorse for the old or the young. And it's, y'all people don't have no remorse. Y'all people don't have no remorse for y'all actions. But if our people just wake up, you know, because if you knew that sex is marriage, then the abortion clinics will have to shut down. If you was taught that, if these fake pastors and these fake preachers, reverends, all y'all that sit up in the church calling yourself bishops and all that, if y'all would teach the truth of the Bible according to what God said, instead of doing things off of your own and according to white supremacy, because if you go to theologian school and all that, that's white supremacy. So you teaching things that it's not of the Most High. Because if you teach that sex is marriage, the abortion clinic will shut down. The abortion clinic will shut down. Because if you teach the man that, yo, the day that you put your rod in this woman, this is your wife. She belongs to you for the rest of your life. And if you teach this woman that if you lay down with this man, you belong to this man for the rest of your life, the abortion clinic will shut down. If you teach the Bible according to what God said, the abortion clinic will shut down. But y'all want to go and celebrate these man-made holidays. You want to celebrate this little Easter. I mean, Easter. Valentine's Day. All of that is promoting sex. All of that is promoting sex. And y'all don't teach the Bible accordingly. You do not teach the Bible according to what God said. Because once you start doing that, the abortion clinic shutting down. Ain't no more abortion clinics. Ain't no more abortion clinics. But all of y'all in cahoots. All of y'all are in cahoots. All of y'all. Good night, Howard Moore. Howard Moore, that is deep. I gotta share this. Howard Moore said that Hillary Clinton called Margaret Sanger a hero. Now, you know, Hillary Clinton, she ain't number the she-devil herself, because she called so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American men, she called super predators. And she called this woman a hero for putting forth her hands, bringing forth Planned Parenthood. And look at where these abortion clinics are located. These abortion clinics are located in close to our neighborhoods. They are close to our neighborhoods. They are close to our neighborhood. The water, Howard Moore, for that. The water, because I never knew that. I never knew that. Hillary Clinton called Margaret Sanger a hero. You got to be some type of wicked. Like, you on a whole nother level of wickedness. You on a whole nother level of wickedness, knowing that abortion is the killing of babies, and this woman got her hands to put forth and started Planned Parenthood, and you gonna call this one? That's like me calling Hitler. That's like me calling Hitler a hero for killing off the Jewish people. It's for real. That's like me calling Hitler that's like me calling the government a hero for setting off them bombs on 9/11 in the World Trade Center. But you know, like I said, you got to be a certain type of wickedness to call this woman a hero for what she has brought forth upon America and abroad. Because now today, if you don't make it into say like a Walgreens, Rite Aid, and all that, to get the what they call it, the next day, that next day pill. I really don't know the name of it like right offhand, but I think they call it like the next day pill. And that's abortion. That's abortion within that pill. That's abortion within that pill. And you know, and it's sad. It's sad. Plus, you know, shit got me mad just doing this class right now. You know, just thinking about that, it got me kind of mad. And yes. The water to my rib. It's called Salaki. Plan B pill. That's what it's called. Yes. And then, you know, that go hand in hand. Margaret Sanger started Planned Parenthood, and now they came out with a Plan B pill. Them two right there, that's heavy. But it's wickedness at an all-time high, too. It's wickedness at an all-time high. It is wickedness at an all-time high. Like, you got to be... That shit don't make no type of sense. It don't. I don't even know how you can live with yourself to say that you starting up something to kill babies. You starting up something to kill babies? And I will, you know, but the most I say the best, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because I don't know how you can lay down and knowing what it takes to make a child. And then you gonna go and the only thing that you could think of is murder. That's the only thing that you could think of is murder. That's the only thing you could think of. And then there's no sweat. Like, I don't know how the government, like, y'all know that this is murder. Tell me, you taking a baby like at 6th month, 7th month, 8th month. They done passed, like, I want to say they passed a new bill now. Where in some states you have abortion, you can have this abortion in your 8th month, in your 9th month. If this ain't murder, and you selling the body parts on black market, if this ain't murder, listen, but y'all people gonna have to answer. Because y'all gonna get the reward of your hands now. You gonna most definitely get that. You gonna most definitely get that. You gonna most definitely get this. I don't even know how you can even, I don't even know how. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this here. I remember when my pops, and this sidebar for a second. I remember my pops used to spank me. Before he spanked me, and he had this belt. He wore this belt to work. I mean, I could hear this belt coming down the hallway from the belt buckle. But it wasn't no. My pops was no abusive type man. No, listen to what I'm saying. He spanked me on my caught me on my ass. There ain't no back, no leg, or nothing. He was accurate, on point. But this is the point I'm making. He used to look at me and he say, "Son, this gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you." And I say that to say this. My son, I know the true meaning of my father when he was saying that, because I too, for the day I have a son, so I know what it is. Howard Moore said, after birth abortions are in the conversations too. Yes, it is. It is. Because, after the birth abortions, it's, like I say, with these devils, it's all about money, Howard Moore. It's all about money with them. It's all about money with them. And any way that they can get money out of this abortion, they're going to get it. And then, I don't know how you could pay money to go and have an abortion. I don't know how you can do this. You got to be a messed up individual. I haven't seen chicks, and I was too young to understand it. I haven't seen chicks. I'm talking about when I was a teenager, when I was like 16. I remember seeing a chick one time, like this. The chick came home from having an abortion, and she acted like she came home from a funeral, crying and this and that and third. Man, by the summer, she was back to doing what she was doing. But where I am now in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior High, I look back on that and like, girl, you just fronting. Because even in the scripture, it says after a woman have a birth, after a woman have a baby, she has no more remembrance, meaning that, she going to go back to doing what she been doing. And it's it's just sad that, even our brothers, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American man, even down to the women, y'all be in cahoots on having these abortions. Like it's no way. It's no way that should be on your mind. It's no way that should be on your mind, because the Most High said be fruitful and multiply. The Most High ain't say lay down and then get up and kill. Nah. Nowhere is that in the scripture. Nowhere is that in the scripture. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even, that's the farthest thing from my mind. Like, you really want to see me turn up? A chick come to me telling me, yo, even if I know that I done slept with you, you get pregnant, man, I'm bouncing off the wall. I'm happy. That's what my spirit at for today. I'm happy. You talking about you having an abortion? Ain't no way. You have an abortion, you there's no way you can tell me you pregnant. There's no way you can tell me you pregnant and then you go have an abortion? Nah. I mean, you gotta find a whole nother state to stay in. Cause back when I was in the world, nah. I know I'm gonna do something to you. Ain't no way. That's why I look at people funny. I look at females funny. I look at dudes funny. Like, people like that, I don't have no type of conversation. Like, if I'm talking to you and I know you, yeah, I'm trying to talk you out of it. Yes, I'm trying to talk you out of it. But if you go do it after I know, and I'm telling you don't do it, like, yo, you can put the baby up for adoption. Like, it's people that would take this baby off your hand. Don't even let abortion be an option. Don't even let abortion get that out your mind. But if I know, like I said, and I done told to you, and you go do it anyway, man, I'm like this here with you, man. Yo, F you. Down to, I mean, I'm talking funky to you. Like, I'm not even dealing with you no more. It's nothing that I could do for you. Cause now I look at you for who you are. You's a murderer. I don't have no rap for you. None. I don't have no rap for you. So, you just came out better just not even let me know. Cause it's not nothing I would do for you. It's not nothing I wouldn't do for you. I will not help you in no shape, form, or fashion. I will not help you in no shape, form, or fashion. I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart to the tip of my tongue. I mean that. It's not nothing I could do for you. And I'm like my daddy. I got love for kids, whether they mine or not. I just love interacting with little kids because, the beauty of a child is that they don't know no wrong and they gonna tell you the truth. You can ask them anything under the sun. They have an answer. You might get few of them that say, I don't know, but it's just the beauty of watching a child. I mean, just from birth all the way up, from crawling, pulling themselves up, and it's just beauty behind that. You know what I'm saying? Because looking at a child, you're looking at the work of the Most High. You're looking at the work of the Most High. So killing a child, like, that's insane to me. I really can't get with that. I can't. I can't get with that, and I can't. You know, I hate people that think like that. I hate people that live like that. I hate people that do that. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. And it ain't nothing wrong with hate. It ain't nothing wrong with hate. You know, and I hate you devils for even putting that in my sisters and brothers' mental. I hate you devils for even having up these clinics. But when we take y'all into slavery, my slaves ain't my. I'm punishing y'all night and day. Punish y'all so bad. I mean, just to have y'all go back to y'all origin. Y'all gonna be on y'all hands and knees around me. I better not never catch one of my slaves standing up. You ain't gonna never stand up. I'm gonna put you right where you belong, on your hands and knees, for the things that y'all have done on this earth, throughout this earth. And y'all think that, you know, gonna reap what you sow. But you know, abortion is it's a topic that, like, you know, I hear even in today's time, I have heard sisters that said some of the weirdest things, like, you know, like they look on having a baby like something wrong with that. Like, no, I can't let nobody know. My mama can't know. My daddy can't. This and that. Like, if you have an abortion, you should be killed. Yeah, you should. Yeah. Yeah, you should be. Yeah. Yeah, you should. You should be killed without no remorse, because you ain't having no remorse for the baby. But then you go have an abortion and take your funky black back to doing what you've been doing. Like, it's, oh man. But you know, like I said earlier, you know, I said a lot of women today look at abortion like, you know, my body, my choice. And you know, and if that was the case, you would have had protected sex instead. And if you were taught that having sex is marriage, and abortion would be the last thing on their mind. Abortion would be the last thing on their mind. So now I'm gonna start diving off into some scriptures with some breakdown. I'm gonna start diving off into some scriptures with some breakdown. But you know, having an abortion, this is what the Most High said. This is what the Most High said. Because, you know, this is, if you having an abortion, this is something to think about before you even have an abortion. When you look at Exodus chapter 20, verse 13, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. Because abortion is nothing but killing babies. So thou shalt not kill. I mean, I never been in no abortion clinic, so I can imagine the little pep talk that they giving before they even take you back and do the procedure on you. I can imagine. And I never really sat down and really asked a female, like, yo, what's the things that they said and things of that nature, because I really don't care. My main concern is It's like, wish I could go and blow all these abortion clinics up with these oppressors on the inside. For real, for real. But the Most High got y'all. The Most High got y'all. The Most High got y'all. And I'm going to give a little precept to this Exodus 20, verse 13. So, you know, for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American women, and you men that be talking these women into going to these clinics, you know, you're not going to escape the hands of the Most High either. Matthew chapter 5, verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Because you're going to get judged. You're going to get judged. There ain't no might. Ain't you're going to get judged. You know, and that word is shall. Like it's up and coming. It's up and coming. But I had said earlier that I was going to show that how when we was in slavery to the Egyptians, that abortions was back then. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit. When you look at Exodus chapter 1, verse 15, I might read all the way down to 17. But verse 15, this was during the time when the children of Israel was in captivity to the Egyptians, when we was in slavery. And verse 15, and the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Sifra, and the name of the other was Puah. And said, verse 16, Salaki, and he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then shall, Salaki, that she shall live. This is abortion. This is abortion. You know, but we know today they kill out of the babies, male and females. But if you take, you know, I don't know what was Pharaoh's plans back then. I don't know if he, you know, was taking our sisters and handing them to these Egyptian men when they got old enough. When they was old enough to be taken in marriage. Things of that nature. I don't know. But being that he wanted these Hebrew midwives to do away with the males, this is a form of abortion. This is a form of abortion. You know, like I said, definition for abortion is the killing of babies. Verse 17 said, but the midwives feared God, and I mean the God of Israel, and did not, as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. Hmm. I just kind of showed you how far back abortion goes. Abortion goes back all the way back to biblical times. But this right here, this is the opposite of an abortion. Thus says the Most High God. When you go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. And the Most High God blessed them. And the Most High God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. So even before we went into captivity, to Pharaoh, the Most High had already commanded us to be fruitful and multiply so that we could replenish the earth. Nowhere it is said that the Most High wanted us to do away with our kids. The Most High said, be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. But today, they don't even tell you this in the churches. Only way you're going to hear this is in the truth. Home of the truth. In the ISUPK. Under Commander General Yohana. Under Commander General Yohana. Under Commander General Yohana. Under Commander General Yohana. But for doing this, for this is your reward. For doing abortions, for this is your reward. When you look at Deuteronomy, chapter 27, whoever Jermaine, Jeremy Collins, you talking about cut the mic, Mac Daddy does. Oh man, you ain't had to chime into my class. This is my class. Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 25. Cursed be he that taketh reward to slay an innocent person. And all the people shall say, so be it. Because by you running these abortions, and killing these babies, you being cursed. You are being cursed. You are being cursed. And you're going to get your just due reward. You're going to get the reward of your hands. So for all these abortion clinics that don't live according to the Most High God, but God will pass judgment. He will pass judgment. When you look at Genesis chapter 9, verse 6 through 7, they say, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For the image of the Most High God made he man. Yeah, for you shedding blood in these abortion clinics, your blood gonna get shed. Verse 7, and you, be ye fruitful and multiply, bringing forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein. So, set aside from to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man and woman. Stay out these clinics. Stay out these abortion clinics. You don't have to go in these abortion clinics. Like the Most High God said, be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. You can do away with all of that BS. So I'm going to give you a precept. Go to Psalms 106. Psalms 106 and verse 38 through 39. And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. So, back in these times, they were sacrificing, giving their kids unto idols, which they are doing today. It is Salaki. It is nothing new under the sun. It's nothing new under the sun. So verse 39. Thus will they defile with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions. So these people that are running these clinics, they are going to destroy themselves by doing the thoughts of their wicked imaginations. And and they think that they really doing something. So these so-called oppressors, these devils that is on the face of this earth, God gonna do away with y'all. God gonna do away with y'all. Y'all day is coming. Y'all day is coming. So I'm gonna go and give you another precept. Exodus 21. Exodus 21 and verse 22. It said, if men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished. He shall be surely punished. So men strive with men. Men strive with men. Reason I'm saying it like that, men strive with men, and they are opening up these clinics because they mind is somewhere else. They is trying to do away with the Most High creation. They is trying to do away with the Most High creation. And, like I said, they don't have no remorse. They don't have no remorse. And it is nothing to them, because at the end of the day, Whatever little kids that they do have, it is not theirs. So it is nothing to them. Plus they is getting money for this. But I'm gonna read this from the top. Exodus 21, verse 22. If men strive and hurt a woman with child so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him. He shall pay as the judges determine. So we know the judges. Judges is the Most High, Yahweh Shah, and the saints. And they're going to get their just due reward. Jeremy M. Collins, you a clown, man. I don't even know why you even coming to my class thinking that you doing something, man. You sound like a white boy. For real, you sound like a white boy. So you might as well go and get out my page. You might as well go and get out my class. Because you can't withstand what the Most High is doing. And I'm gonna give you another precept here. We'll go to the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 12, verse 4 through 5. Chapter 12, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 4 and 5. Whom thou hatedest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifice. Verse 5. And also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feast of blood. So, these devils, they gonna get what's coming to them. They think they doing something right now. They think that y'all just caught up in the moment. But the Most High gonna destroy y'all. Not only he gonna destroy you, he gonna destroy the woman and the child. He gonna destroy that little she devil that you lay down with, and he gonna destroy your kids. Yo, man, you wasting your time talking to me, man. I don't even know why you even got in my class, man. Yeah, we stronger than you devils. Know that. But if you keep going to the abortion clinic, this is the end results. If you keep going to the abortion clinics. So you look at Jeremiah chapter 44. Jeremiah chapter 44 and verse 7. Therefore now thus saith the Most High God of hosts, the God of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling out of Judah, to leave you none to remain. So, you keep going to the abortion clinics, a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American woman with the man influencing you, you was cutting off from building up our nation. So you gotta stay focused. You gotta stay out of these abortion clinics. And you gotta it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. So we here to build our nation up. What you say? What, Jesus hung out with some hoes? Yeah, that white Jesus. Tell me he's the first pimp. Yeah, that's y'all. I told you. Whoever white boy done chimed into my class, You's a fool, man. Most High gonna destroy you. But the Most High will never forget these abortion clinics, especially these mothers. And you know, the Most High record everything. I mean, even down to the thoughts. So when you look at Isaiah chapter 49, verse 15, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget. So the Most High ain't gonna forget this. For every time the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American woman, for every time that you have went into the abortion clinic, the Most High have recorded this. The Most High have recorded this. And the Most High said he is not going to forget. He is not going to forget. So on that day of judgment, you're going to be held accountable. You're going to be held accountable. For the people that are behind these abortion clinics will truly have to answer to the Most High. They're going to have to answer. They're going to have to answer. So you look at Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. It say, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So, you know, to get in, let me say it like this. To get in beef with the Most High, you already destroyed. You already destroyed. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. You is not going to win in no shape, form, or fashion. So not only is the Most High going to kill these people that have been behind these abortion clinics, and I don't just mean in Kentucky. I mean throughout the whole United States. The Most High gonna get your family. He's going to get your family. Because for the iniquities that you have done, and your iniquities have been fell upon your family for generations to come. That's why you are going to be destroyed. You are going to be wiped off the earth. You are going to be wiped off the earth, including you, Jeremy Collins. You are going to be wiped off the face of the. You are going to be wiped off the face of the earth. So for y'all think that it's cool to keep these abortion clinics going, y'all do what y'all do. Because the Most High going to have the last word. And the Most High going to destroy y'all. That's why here in the ISUPK and the Commander General in Hana, we going to keep this truth going. And we're going to keep telling our peoples to stay the F out of these abortion clinics, man. Stay away from these people. Stop dealing with these people on any type of level. On any type of level. These people is not for us. They is not with us, never been, and never will be. The Most High said these people are nothing. He count these other nations that are outside of Israel as nothing. So they be like spit under him. So I don't even know why y'all even dealing with these people, man. I don't even know why y'all even dealing with these people. We above these people. These people are beneath us. These people are beneath us. They is not even on our level. Not even on our level. And we just gotta do better. And I'm gonna keep saying this. Come into the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. It'll be the best thing that you ever did for yourself. We have schools near everybody. You can't say that it is not a school near you. We have a school near everybody. If you are so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, bring your kids. Get into the ISUPK under Commander Jimmy Hunter while you still have a chance. While you still have a chance. While you still have a chance. And with that being said, I salute the brothers. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathon. To the sisters, Yahweh Shemar El Atham, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Class dismissed.